Animals with large bodies and Ice Age megafauna weighing a ton or more. The largest American mammoths came in at around 10 tons, 3 tons more than the largest African elephants. I was drawing slow circles around the eye of an animal that had once weighed about 1,700 pounds, just shy of a ton. I picked out pieces of yellowish earth from where one of its eyeballs had once rotated in its socket, seeing big cats coming, watching sunsets on glaciers and wind blowing across the lush intermountain grasslands. None of the animals found in this cave had encountered a human being. The scientists joked about finding an artifact, a stone projectile, but it wouldn't happen. This camel never knew spears or hunting dogs or the smell of campfires. The land from Alaska to the tip of South America, 9,000 latitudinal miles of mountains, rivers, plains, and coastlines had no humans, no deliberately sharpened rocks or bones flaked and polished to a point. This was the last large habitable part of the world that the human race discovered. Nobody arriving until the tail end of what is known as the Wisconsin Ice Age, a glacial period that lasted about 100,000 years and ended 10,000 years ago at the close of the Pleistocene. Neighboring Eurasia had been foraged by tool-wielding hominids for 1 million years or more. Early human species from Spain to Indonesia were cutting meat and skins with stone knives, building fires, sometimes burying their dead in caves and rock shelters, and duking it out with other hominids. All the while, nobody made it this far around the globe. The first humans, anatomically modern Homo sapiens, left Africa between 100,000 and 70,000 years ago. These people were nearly identical to us. Give them a haircut and modern clothes, and they'd be hard to pick out in a crowd. Their size, hairiness, and skin color easily within our own contemporary range. They left their home continent along the bottom of Saudi Arabia, jumping the Red Sea at the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb at Djibouti, the same place baboon populations had already swum across to populate the Middle East. It is as if humans saw the baboons and dived in after them, figuring they had to be going somewhere. From there, the path of humans is marked by stone blanks called preforms. They appear to have been an invention of Homo sapiens, a stone worked down to carrying size, something that could be fashioned into whatever might be needed, blades, projectiles, scrapers, or the small hand chisels called burins. Pointed rocks gripped between fingers and thumb and used to sharpen and refinish weapons and tools. Instead of grabbing whatever rock could be found and working it into a sharp wedge, as early hominids were wont to do, this new people had the best resources in hand and ready to go. Their traveling toolkits allowed them farther and faster movement and access to better weapons and tools as needed. A weapon called a biface spread along with these preforms. Bifaces were stone points and blades napped from both sides for lightness and efficiency. Our species was armed, mobile, and pushing rapidly into the world, going beyond the reach of anything before them, and the world kept opening to them. By 48,000 years ago, humans reached the unpopulated Pleistocene supercontinent of Sahul, which consisted of Australia, Tasmania, and New Guinea fused together at lower sea levels. It is assumed that people used boats to get there. The minimum number of people needed for even a remote chance of long-term survival is 40, meaning at least that many had to cross open water to reach Sahul. They were not a desperate handful clinging to a log adrift without a plan, but a group making a concerted effort, a small and daring population deliberately taking to the water, convinced something worthwhile was out there. Around the same time, other populations of Homo sapiens were pushing beyond their northern boundaries into lobes of ice and the mammoth-studded steppe of Upper Siberia. A mammoth butchered by stone or bone tools 45,000 years ago was found in the Siberian north near the Arctic Sea. A 40,000-year-old human leg bone emerged from the banks of the Irtysh River in western Siberia, its DNA half human and half Neanderthal. There was never an easy way to get to this side of the planet. Hemmed in by the world's 2 largest oceans, the Pacific and Atlantic, and often capped in ice, the Americas seemed to be off-limits. The only land connection was exposed during glacial periods when the Arctic land bridge appeared between Siberia and Alaska. By 24,000 years ago, there were game-hunting settlements within a season's walk of the Bering Land Bridge, though some believe people made it across by 40,000 years ago, or even earlier. Scientists squabble over the locations and dates of human arrival in the New World. They shy away from words like earliest or first, knowing there will